This is be right back on another video. And this video, guys, is very different. Like okay. So guys, this is so awkward for me to talk about because I never ever speak about this ever to anyone. Like I'm not an open book like that. But I mean, tomorrow I'll probably post this tomorrow. So today, okay, is a very important day. It's my mom's birthday, who unfortunately died in Grenfell, and I just want to make a video for girls or people who have obviously lost their parents or someone that's so very close to them, so for them to know that you're not alone. But today is like my life story. I won't do my life story. I'm gonna do my mom's birth, like how I found out my mom was like died. I was gonna do just like on Grenfell, but that's my morning day, so yeah, you guys can't have that. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just stay tuned, and I'm just gonna, you know, whiz through it. Disclaimer: don't feel sorry for me, because a lot of people like to do this thing where they feel sorry for me, and I don't like it because like I'm a bad bitch. Okay, let me explain like me and my mom's like relationship. When I was 5, my mom had me at 16, so when I was 5, yeah, she wasn't able to look after me. She wasn't able to look after me, unfortunately. I mean, when you're like 16 and I'm 5, so like what? She's like 21. I mean, I wouldn't expect to have a child by then. I wouldn't expect to have my life pattern by then. So I mean, this is not any of her fault, but I still feel like a bit of a anger towards the fact that she couldn't look after me. But at the same time, it was me and my little sister. So I mean, 2 kids. Not even I could do that. So I mean, she did her best. So unfortunately, I was put into care. Due to that she can look after me, and then some like other instances with her relationships, which was like onto me, like how can I say this, like her, like who she would be with was dangerous towards me. Yeah, that's what I'm just gonna put it. Like, think about it. I would say that, you know, I got a bit abused when I was young, but I don't want to get into that. Unfortunately, I was put into care. I'm still in care. I'm 15, turning 16 in July. I'm still in care. I've been with these people for like 11 years. On my birthday, it's going to be 11 years. Best people ever. That's who I call mum and dad. My niggas. My fucking niggas. Listen, I love these guys so much. They are literally my parents. Like, no cap, they are my parents. Like, no one can ever tell me they are not, because I'll bang you in your face, because I'll tell you that they are. Me and my mother never had a connection. My sister's young, so when this happened, like, she was a baby, so she doesn't remember any of this. I'm the one who remembers like all the emotions, everything. She's still like young, like when she was like 1 when she came, so like these are literally her parents, like legit. Yeah, so yeah, I was obviously put into care. I remember there was a court date. This one, obviously my foster parents told me, but we're gonna call them mom and dad because that's what I call them. They were like, oh no, she said like my sister's father wanted to take full custody of both of us. I don't like my sister's father, but that's none of like anyone's business. But I just don't preferably like him. I don't really get it. So yeah, and I remember she came, I guess like, I think no one was able to get hold of her, but when she found out about this court date, she came and she said, I want them to stay with who they are with now, which is my foster parents, because she thought like, yo, they can take care of them. She's so like, they're so happy, because when you're like in foster care, like you have these things called like contact meetings where you obviously see your parents, but then like, for like an hour and then you go home. So like that would happen. I would see them, I would see her. Then unfortunately it stopped. I don't know why it stopped. I think she was just trying to get her life together. but it stopped. And obviously I was like really upset. Like the last time I ever spoke to her was on the phone when I was like turning 10. Like when I was turning one, listen, listen. When I was 10, you know, nobody could tell me nothing. I'm 10. Yeah, like, listen, when I was 10, I was so glad to be 10. I was like, yeah, I'm 10. Like, what are you telling me, bro? I just reached double digits. I remember I would go on and on about being 10. And when I think I was 10, I think I was 10 or turning, I don't know, but I think it was 10. When I was turning 10, she actually called. But I think it was from like a weird phone, because like, when I tried to call back, it never like went through. But this was like the last time I ever spoke to her. She called and she was like, oh, Elizabeth. She spoke to everyone in the house, everyone. Like, my mom was like the best person. Like, I'm literally a spitting image of her. Unfortunately, we're completely different because she's a Gemini. I'm a Cancer, but like I look exactly like her. I like exactly like her. I have attitude like her. I smell like her. You know, I just got all the features of her. If you really be honest, like I'm literally a spitting damn image. She can sing also. Where do you think I got that from? I was 10, she called me. I was just gonna say it was 10 because I remember I think I was 10 then. She called and she spoke to everyone else in the house, and then she waited until it was on me. I think she waited on me. I think I was last or second last because she spoke to my big sister. I have a big foster sister, but she's still my sister. So she was like, oh, Elizabeth, I love you all my heart. I'm sorry I haven't been able to see you recently. I'm just doing a lot of things. This is like the first time I've ever spoken to her in like a year. Like, yo, listen, I was like flooded with tears. I was like, oh my gosh, mom, like I miss you so much. Like I love you so much. She's like, oh, I promise you I won't leave you. I'm gonna see you very soon. I promise. I was like, yeah. I don't remember everything that she said, but I remember like everything that she said was so like nice and genuine. Like it was just like mother. I remember I went on the stairwell and I was crying for like 2 hours. Like I wouldn't stop because like, you know, like it's okay. I'm gonna explain this. If anyone's in foster care, like being in foster care and not having your actual parents is completely different. Like these are still my parents. Like I love them to death. Like listen, that's like my family. But like when you know that you have other parents and they're not really able to look after you, it's like very touching. Like you will never ever forget that you always have a parent. Like you always never ever forget. But yeah, so it was like really like touching. Like I know it's like, you know, people are there for you but you still feel alone type of thing. So that's what I always felt since I was like 5. Like I still feel it now. I don't think it's gonna change. I think it's just something that's just gonna grow within me, honestly. Forward, I think I was like 13. Yeah, I'm like 13. And me and her are not in contact. I'm still asking like my social workers, like I still want to see my mom, like where is she, like she's not responding, she's not doing, you know, she's just not there. Which was like really touching for me. And obviously throughout my whole life, like I've always been a bullied kid because everyone would be like, oh my gosh, your mom doesn't want you, or they just bully me about stuff. And honestly, like you can't bully me anymore. Like honestly, you can't bully me anymore. But this was before, so obviously like there was like a lot of built up anger and stuff. Yeah. So like when I was like 13, I think she came in contact with my social worker. Oh my god, I was so happy. I was like, yes. Like she sent me a picture of herself. She sent my social worker a picture of herself, and they sent it to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so beautiful. Like everyone's like, she looks exactly like you. I'm like, you calling me sexy? I'm joking. Who is it? Go downstairs. Sorry, that's my little sister. We got a response like about a month later, and she was like, oh my gosh, you guys are so beautiful. She sent me a letter, and I was scared to send a letter back. I think I sent a letter and I told her like I love you so much, like I can't wait to see you. And like she was obviously planning to see us very soon, but I didn't expect it to be so dramatically soon. Oh my god. When the letter thing happened, it was 12. I was 12, and then when I was 13, I found out that she died. So I remember, let me tell you guys, I remember the day so beautifully. I came from school, I was so happy, like, oh my gosh, mom. School was cool, like, me and my friends, like, chilled. I'm home, and my social worker's there, and I'm like, am I in trouble? Because I've always been a troublesome kid. Like, I was like, I'm not in trouble because I haven't done anything. They sit me down, and my mom looks so upset. I'm like, Mom, you're right, like, Mom, are you okay? And they sit me down, and they're like, Elizabeth, we have something to tell you. You see that line, yeah? So I'm like, okay, go on. And I remember my social worker was like, she was like, Elizabeth, you know your mother? And I was like, yeah. And I remember I was like, is she coming to see us? Like, oh my gosh, is she like finally said? And she was like, no. And I was like, what is it then? No, she didn't come on 14th of June. She came I think the next day, or that somewhere that week. I apologize. And she was like, she has she was like, oh, she has tragically passed away. And I was like, what? Bro, when I said pardon. She was like, yeah, she died in Grenfell. I was like, what's Grenfell? She's like, oh, because I didn't know, like, I didn't read the news and stuff. She's like, oh, it was a tragic fire. When I tell you I froze, I was like, I said, what? She was like, yeah, Elizabeth, just know that she did want to come see you during that period. Like, she wanted to see you during that period. So during June, she wanted to fucking see me. Sorry, excuse, sorry. I found out, I was like, she wanted to see me, and the time that I want to see her so badly in my life, that's the number one thing I've ever asked anyone, is when she dies. And I got upstairs to my room and I started, when I tell you I cried, I called up my girls and I'm like, yo, my mom just died. Like, I found out my mom died. They ran to my yard. Unfortunately, I'm not friends with most of them now, but like, real G's, like I'll never forget the people that came to my house that day. I didn't cry in front of people like that. So I didn't cry in front of them. We just had fun, we just chilled, like they made me laugh and stuff. And then I never really spoke on it ever again. I remember I would cry myself to sleep though. Like when everyone was asleep, that's when I would cry. Like I didn't want anyone to see me cry. Like when I was in school, I had like a teacher who was like my best friend, and like I would like cry to her and tell her all these stuff, and it was like really hurtful because like this was someone who I told on the phone, Mom, I'm gonna be so successful, I'm gonna make you so proud, you guys are gonna be rich, like don't even need to worry about me, I can sing, da 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 da. Unfortunately, I don't really sing anymore because after that incident I stopped singing. I'm trying to get back on it, but I don't know yet. I'm still like afraid. I don't know why, but I'm just like, yeah. So it was like really like it really touched my heart when like I was like, raw. Like the one person who I wanted to see in this history of life, like just know that like I never knew who my father was. Like I didn't know who that was. So it's like I was basically orphan. Like until like my father showed up recently, I was literally like an orphan because I did not know who I didn't like have no parents basically. So I felt like so alone. I was like, oh my gosh, damn. I got into so much trouble in school. That's when my behavior spiraled. Like I almost got expelled. I was so upset. I was like, oh fuck everyone. I remember I saw a teacher. I was just like so annoyed and mostly angry at her because I later then found out that she actually had a son who also died as well. Jeremiah. my god. Boop, boop, boop. Like I was very angry and jealous at the fact she had another child and she could take care of them. But when it came to me, like, it was like, oh, I have to wait and I'm not ready. But then you had someone else, so all my anger was always directly at her, but I never like said it because I feel like that's a bit selfish. Like, she just died, and like people would be like, oh, like my therapist would be like, no, you have a reason. I'm just, I hated myself for being angry at her. Like, I always hated it. So I'll just be like depressed. I went through mad depression. Like, I went through depression. And then I went through depression, but like no one knew until like recently, like last year. Yeah, I remember, I think I just held it all in, and one day I woke up and I was like, no, I'm not going to school. I remember I woke up, yeah, and I just looked at the window. I was like, my mom was like, get ready for school. I'm not going. And this happened for like a whole month, yeah. And I was like, nah, I just don't want to go to school. Like, I'm just annoyed with everything, like life, everything. And this is when something big happened, and obviously I haven't really like healed from like my mother just yet, unfortunately. Like, it's very hard to, especially like the amount of love and stuff I had for her. But you know, I'm a bad bitch. So yeah, I actually thought it was going to be harder to explain, but it wasn't even that hard. Nella is a bee. She's a bad bee, bruv. And like when I found out her mom died, like she's funny like me. She's, oh listen, you don't even, I don't think I've showed YouTube my actual personality. Yeah, me and her are like sisters. Yeah. So like when I found out that her mom died and stuff, I was like, damn. I remember I saw her at carnival. I cried. Child, I actually cried. But no, like I just want everyone to know, like, if you've lost a parent, you've lost anyone who's obviously like so close to your heart. Oh my gosh, why is my voice breaking? Like, oh, the flip. When my mom died, all the things that I promised her and stuff, like it didn't seem that much to me. Like I was just like, she's dead now, she can't see my success. Like my mom was always like, nah, get on your feet. And I think, yeah, or when I wasn't able to see my mom, I've always been troublesome, and was always troublesome. Like when I didn't see her, like throughout the whole of my life, basically, I don't know, school wasn't for me, nothing was for me. I guess the only thing I could do was sing. But I'm still smart. Like, I was so smart, but I would never like wanted to put work into anything. When I came to my business, I was like, damn, I can be a businesswoman, because like I'm very determined and stuff. And then that's the only motivation I have. Like, I gotta be successful because I promised, and I keep my promises. So that's it. That's that. Like, if you've lost anyone so close to your heart, I just want everyone to know that no matter what you go through, you can always overcome it. I haven't overcame it yet, but I'm still trying to. Just know that, just don't give up, basically. I almost did. Just look at the bright sides of things, because like, if my mom never died and stuff, then I wouldn't have a business, if that makes sense. Like an upstart coming up English. An upcoming business, like I wouldn't actually have that. And if I was with her, I'd basically be dead. But I'm not. So yes! Why? Oh my god, can you see this one? I just wanted to share it with you guys because her birthday is tomorrow, and I just want to leave it on a positive note, because like what I do, like all I've done like since last year and stuff, when she died and stuff, what I do is cry and just be so negative. But tomorrow I'm trying to be like so positive and just be happy, and just might meet my friends tomorrow or just chill with my family. I can't lie, but I just want you guys to know that you guys can do anything that you actually want to do, no matter what circumstance you're in. Just go for it, and then you guys will get through it, honestly. So don't beat yourself down if you aren't going through it now. If you don't want to speak by it, don't speak by it. But yeah. But on that note, my mom's calling me, so I'm gonna go, yeah. Well, bye guys.